There we
Okay,
go.
you mute everybody. Can I share my screen? Got that.
Yep.
Okay, everybody, welcome. My name is Vincent St. Louis. St. Louis is my last name, not where I'm from. I appreciate you guys getting on here. If you're listening to this recording, we appreciate you as well. I'm going to go, sorry, I'm going to turn down this light a little bit. I'm going to kind of go over. So basically, the question is, have you been patched yet? And you might be thinking, what does that mean? What do you mean, have I been patched yet? I'm going to share with you exactly what that means and why you want to be patched and why you want to share this, patch other people as well. So I'll buzz through this rather rapidly, answer your questions, and then share some testimonies with you as well as we move forward. So why X39 stem cell activation patches? The fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Stem cells are the fountain of youth. They are what repair damaged genes and damaged DNA, and they help you to repair as your skin, you get older, your skin, you have issues with your skin, different body parts, organs. Stem cells do a lot of stuff. If you're not familiar with what stem cells are, you should definitely research it and find out how important they are. Because if you don't understand how important they are, also what happens to them as you age, then you're not going to understand why this is so important. But hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging. At age 30, only half of your stem cells are active. At age 60, almost no stem cell activity exists in your body. Now, it's I'm not a doctor by no way, shape, or form, but I have done quite a bit of research and studying since I've been introduced to this stem cell product 6 months ago. And the stem cells don't disappear; they just become inactive, and they become dormant in your body. And there's only one way to get them to re-engage, and that's what we're a part of. Now, you may have heard of stem cell injections or stem cell therapy. So part of the challenge with that is it only affects the part where you inject the stem cells. If you got a shoulder problem and you go to get stem cell therapy on your shoulders, then it only works in your shoulders. It doesn't work in other areas on your body. So activating your own stem cells has a lot of benefit to it of what you're doing. Also, the stem cells are very expensive. This is our founder, CEO, and inventor. It's really nice that the guy that owns our company is also the guy that created the stem cells. He's the CEO, he's the inventor. He owns over 130 patents. He has been inducted into the Scientist Inventor Hall of Fame twice. He's a brilliant guy, very full of knowledge and wisdom. He's worked for as many as like the U.S. Navy and other corporations and created patents for them. And that's actually how it started in this stem cell activation patch. Was he was working for the U.S. Navy and helping the people that work in the submarines to have more energy without the crash of energy drinks. And he figured out that using light therapy, except using the own body's light, he could stimulate the body to have more energy. And through that process, it continued to evolve into now what we've launched is a stem cell activation patch. Lifeway is a 19-year-old company. They went from 200 million a year to 280 million a year in the last 2 years. And the reason why is because of the creation and invention of the stem cell X39 stem cell activation patch. They had, for the first 19 years of this company's life, they had other products. They're great products that do certain things. But once they launched this product of the stem cell activation patch, we went from 20 million to 280 million in just 2 years because of this product. We are now in 75 countries and growing constantly. So activating your own stem cells, rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, support wound health or healing, energy and vitality. That's a huge one right there. It's amazing. We'll go through some testimonies here in a little bit. Mental clarity, a big one for me. Enhanced sports performance, faster recovery from exercises, and improved skin appearance. Who doesn't want any of those things, much less all of them? So how does LifeWave work? It's a holy grail of anti-aging. So basically what happens, this patch that we put on our skin It is just made of organic nanocrystals. Nothing infuses from the patch into the body. Now, I'm going to be quite transparent with you. When I first heard this, I thought, man, that's some witchcraft voodoo stuff. And that's coming from a guy that my wife is a natural doctor, or was a natural doctor. She's a massage therapist. She does Reiki, kinesiology, all those things. If you don't know what they are, then it's not going to matter to you. I did not either until my wife and I got married 30 something years ago. And so for me, I was like, this is hocus pocus stuff. And then, but what I didn't realize, I didn't know what I didn't know. And so the more I researched into it, because it was intriguing to me, how can I reactivate my stem cells once I realized that they were dormant and they were not active? And then I've been exposed to light therapy in the past before, and there's definitely some belief in me with it and for it. I've had life therapy done on me before, and so then I had to understand that our bodies emanate light. I did not know this, and it's kind of like all my life, mom, my wife, especially in the wintertime when it's really cloudy, you need to go out in the sun and get some sun and get some vitamin D. I thought the sun gave us vitamin D, but that is not what happens. The sunlight hits our skin. That sunlight, the UV rays hit our skin. That sends a signal to the brain, and then the brain sends a signal to whatever it is that makes it to create vitamin D. The sun does not give us vitamin D. The sun tells our body to create what the body is designed to do. So our bodies emanate light. Our founder, what he did was he figured out a way to reflect a certain spectrum of light that the body emanates, and that light reflects back into the skin, which sends a signal to the brain. The brain then starts creating what's called a GHK copper peptide. You should do a research on it. It's like the holy grail of anti-aging. That copper peptide, once it's activated, your body starts creating more of it. It then activates your stem cells. And you can take this copper peptide on a supplement, but the problem is it doesn't absorb into the body because the body creates its own. So it's a non organic or natural substance inside the body, so it rejects it. So using your own body's copper peptides, your own body to create it, is a big benefit to your body. It was formulated to activate your copper peptides, in which reacts your own stem cells, and now your body starts activating the stem cells. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about that. So how does it work and where do you wear it? So because there's over 80 clinical studies, all the studies, the patches had to be placed at the exact same place to make it a uniform study. If everybody's putting it everywhere, you don't have a uniform study. So in the studies, they chose the back of the neck, which is where I wear mine most of the time, or just below the belly button. But the reality is that's just for the test. You can put it anywhere you want to. If you got a pain in your shoulder, put it in your shoulder. My wife had one on her actually right here on her wrist today, last night, one of our patches right there. She's a massage therapist, and she does probably, I think yesterday she did 2 90-minute massages and 2 60-minute massages and one day, and that's a lot of massaging for her. And so it really benefits her in helping her muscles to regenerate and rejuvenate. So you can put, if you got a bad knee, you put it on your knee. Bad back, you put it on your back. You wear the patch for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. And it's important to understand the value and the benefit and the reason why 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's not going to hurt you to wear it longer. But the problem is if you keep wearing it, I had a friend of mine that didn't listen. He didn't read the recommendations. And he was wearing his patches. He had like 5 of them on for days, for weeks at a time. And the problem is your body gets accustomed to it and stops reacting to it. It's no different than if you ever drank your first beer. You probably got a little buzz. Before long, you're drinking a 12-pack. Coffee, you're drinking, first time you had coffee. And then for a lot of people, you can drink coffee and go right to bed. It doesn't affect you anymore. Your body gets used to it. You do not want your body to get used to this. So if for some reason you forget to take a patch off in 12 hours, that's okay. Just take it off, throw it away, put a new one on. The nanocrystals do have a lifespan. So it's not like the patch can be used forever and ever and ever. They do have a lifespan. And so you use it for 12 hours, you take it off. The best time to wear it is during the day when you're active. That way your body is resting when your body is resting. So you give your body the chance to rejuvenate and rest while you're wearing it. You want to drink plenty of water. You want to hydrate. Your body is going to, within days, is going to activate 4,000 cells in your body and reset them all. And so it takes a lot of energy, and you're going to flush out a lot of toxins. So you want to make sure you drink a lot of water. Here's a website. If you're into the science, if you're a doctor type of person, a science motivated person, you can get lost in here in all the science, but go in here to startx39.com. You can take a screenshot or a picture with your phone of this and go to it at another time. All the science, the 80 peer review studies, the patent, a ton of testimonies, a couple of really good videos as well in there. This is a great website to send to people to get more information. When I was checking out LifeWave for the first 3 weeks before I decided this was a product for me, I spent a lot of time in here because I wanted to study it. I wanted to understand, because I didn't know anything about stem cells. I just knew that people went overseas from the United States. They paid a lot of money for injections. I had no idea whether it worked or not, but I figured they were spending that much money. They were sure hoping it would. But now that a lot of people can activate their own stem cells, it's a big deal. So the long-term results, this is really important to understand. These are all done by the case studies, over 80 case studies, and some of them, these are some of the results of these studies. The first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. That's going to take a lot of detoxifying of your body, and so that's why you want to make sure that you drink a lot of water during this time. For me, I did not drink a lot of water. By day 3, I was very tired, and I didn't understand why. I didn't understand the concept of it. I actually didn't even think it was because of the patches. I just thought I was just really tired for some day. Next day, I figured out it was just because my body was exhausted from activating all these dormant stem cells in my body. And so it just kind of caught me. It was just one day, an afternoon, and I've never had an issue ever since. But within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. Who doesn't want their brain to be balanced? I mean, come on, give me a break. And the reality is some people notice this and some people don't. So the fact that you don't notice the pains in your knee or your shoulder happening in a couple of days or weeks does not mean that nothing's happening within your body. And to be honest with you, the only reason why I decided to take a part in this product is for the long-term benefits. I didn't care about the short term. Short term is short term. I wanted the long term. I wanted the things that were happening inside my body that I don't feel or notice. Because the older we get, I'll be 61 in April. The older we get, there's a lot of things happening in our body that we don't feel and notice until it's too late. And so for me, I wanted the long-term benefits. Within 6 months, the collagen is increased, the decrease in wrinkles, hair growth is increased, absolutely, increase in structural integrity of the skeletal and muscular system. Who doesn't want that by the time you get 16 plus? And then I love this one, and this is really dear to me, because I've got 2 friends of mine. One of them is still in the hospital, had a heart attack, or he had a stroke right before Christmas. The other one had a mild heart attack. He's actually out of the hospital and doing much better. But the other one, a friend of mine, is not doing so well. And we all know the older we get, the more we get concerned about these silent killers. So I'm not saying that wearing this patch is going to prevent that. I'm just saying you're going to definitely be better off. So heart reversing in age. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just 6 months on the X39 stem cell patch. That's a big deal, you guys. I mean, I'm right at 6 months on this product, and I am so glad that's happening. Once again, it's very important to understand this patch is not healing, mitigating, or curing anything. All it's doing is reflecting our own light and getting the body, basically it's tricking the body into doing what it was supposed to do. But as we age, it stops doing it. So it's important to understand that this patch is not healing you. It's your body healing itself, which is the way God created it and the way it's supposed to do. Here's our patent. It was actually 2020 that the patent was issued on our technology. Here it is, some testimonies on some of the benefits of the LifeWave stem cell patch. You've definitely got some skin healing, anti-aging down there in the bottom left, and hair growth. So we're going to go here in a minute. I want to tell you a little bit of mine and my wife's testimony, and then we would like to get some testimonies from some other people. And so myself, like I said, I did not join this company for the short-term benefits, but I did have a short-term issue that did get resolved. I had horrible, what they call plantar fasciitis. I've never heard of the word before, but I developed it last year. It's actually almost a year ago now to date, on the bottom of my right heel. And of course, you're walking every day, you're doing a lot of activity. It was horrible pain. By the end of the day, I was in so much pain. My first steps in the morning were horrible. Um, the foot doctor said you need to change your shoes, so I changed my shoes. That didn't help. Then he said you need to put a pad underneath the shoe, underneath the heel. I did that. That didn't help. Nothing helped at all. I just thought it was just something I'm going to have to live with. And then about 10 days into using the X39 stem cell patch, I was about 50% pain reduction. And about 2 weeks from the start of this, I was completely pain-free on my feet. Before, I couldn't even like go to this grocery store for an hour in the grocery store. I was in horrible pain. And now I've done a lot of walking and hiking. I go on walks every day. Before, I didn't think I was ever going to be able to do it again. And I have no pain in my bottom of my heel. It's absolutely phenomenal. Definitely notice my hair is changing, my nails, fingernails, my hair is growing longer. Once again, it's for me, it's not the things that I notice that I'm concerned about. It's the things that I don't notice, that I don't feel, that happen in my body that I don't know about. Like I mentioned earlier, my wife is a massage therapist. She was a natural doctor for quite some time. And she's the one that really, she loves these patches. She just can't stand forgetting to put hers on. That's probably our biggest problem is I mean, not forgetting to put it on, but forgetting to take it off because we enjoy it. But she wears them. We've got a couple of other patches that we use, and she uses them as she sleeps to help her body to detoxify from doing a lot of massages. And then, of course, the X39 she wears during the day really helps her to regenerate her body and get ready for the next day. So that's our story. Bill, if you've got anybody else in mind that could maybe share a testimony, or anybody that has not shared a testimony or has a new one, it would really benefit everybody to do that and to share it with everybody. It's not about you. I know maybe you feel uncomfortable, but still, it really does benefit all of us to have these testimonies that we can share with other people.
Okay, guys, Vincent, do you want to take it off sharing just while we do the testimonies, if you can?
Okay, I can go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Hi, everyone. I started using, I'm Kara. I started using the X39 in end of September. I was diagnosed with the degenerative patella in my knee. And to cut a long story short, I battled with walking upstairs and things like that. This last weekend, I went down to Storms River, right down to the mouth, and there was a little sign that said 900 meters to the suspension bridge. So I said, okay, fine, let's start. Well, I think it was 900 meters as the crow flies. There were 9 million stairs that I had to walk up and down to get to this bridge, and I managed it there and back. So I'm thrilled with this X39 patches.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's funny how they say that. 900 meters. not where I walked.
Awesome.
That's cool. Anybody else?
Sorry. Okay. Anybody else with any other testimonials? Thanks, Caro. Yanni or Nadia?
The only comment
I'm going to get to you one way or the other. So
ladies first. Nadia, you on?
Okay.
Well, a lot of you have heard already, but from my side, I suffered with fibromyalgia for the last 5 years. So a constant pain for sometimes weeks at a time with the flare-ups. And it's part of my job. So in between that, every day I would have neck and spine pain. And the first 3 days I tried the X39, also was quite reluctant. Tried the X39 after researching it for a month. First 3 days was actually very painful, more painful. The pain intensified. Fourth day, it felt stiff. And since then, which has been about 6 weeks now, I haven't had any flare-ups or any pain. So it's really been incredible on my side. And then my mum, her arthritis the pain has gone, and her bursitis and limp in her left leg. And she was also a very, very reluctant patient to go on it. So it's been incredible on our side with pain.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. That's great that you stuck with it. You didn't get results right away. It's such a shame that people don't stick with it and just give it time. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia. Okay, Yanni.
Yeah, no, I've got a couple. As most people now, I've been on it for just on 4 months now, and I've obviously passed it around to a lot of people. But my take today is only when you try it, okay, and they say to you it's voodoo, and like Vincent or no, I mean, you know, they've been cynical about it. Try it for 14 days, then go off it, and then you tell me if it doesn't change you. Because you only realize when you're off it how well you felt prior to that. So that goes for MS patients, cancer patients, sports people, stress, anxiety, thyroid issues. That's what I'm saying. Try it. And as we always say, you've got 30 days. If you're not happy with the patch, then you get your money back. But try it for 14 days, just off a month. Stop it for 2-3 days. Then you realize how well you felt, and then you'll continue using it. Because you take things for granted. Because the minute you take it, your general feeling is, it's not helping me. But internally, it's working. You'll find your sleep improves. You'll find your energy improves. Your natural well-being improves. But you take it for granted because you think that's normal. So what I normally say to all the cynics, I said, fine. Give me my patches back. I'll get your money. You know, if not, let me hold on to it. And then by the end of the month, if you're not happy, I'll give it back to you. You know, you are okay, Yanni. 3 days. Yanni, where's those patches, man? I can't believe. And then they become believers. You know, so unfortunately, I'm not too sure how the Americans are, but the South Africans are very cynical. You know, there's too many scams going around, and that's what they always think it is. So I play open cards. I say, try it. You know. And then you'll find if you think it's not working, stop it. Then I can guarantee you 3-4 days later, they'll get, you know, something has been working. That's my take on it today, guys.
Awesome. That's perfect. I love it. So true.
Thank you, Yanni. I can just actually tell you something as well, is that one of the people that joined, they got a silver pack. And when they sort of, sorry, it wasn't a silver pack, it was a bronze pack. They got one sleeve. When they ran out, I said, you know, you better order again. All that. I said, no, I'm not too sure if it's working. Okay. But she's got quite a few problems with it. Anyway, like you said, Yanni, 3 or 4 days they were offered. She phoned me frantically, please, do you have a spare pack for me? I can't believe that this is the old pain that I had again. But because it got better over a period of time, I didn't realize it. Now I'm just immediately back to what I was. And she needs to get it back. Well, she did. Within 2 or 3 days, she was back getting healed again, you know?
Yeah, the other side of the coin, though, is that the longer you use it, there's other issues that come up. And I've had now 2 people, and my missus being one of them, come and say, you know something, that's after 90 days. It's not working. My old pain is back. But you must understand that your body repairs itself what it thinks needs to be repaired. And then it only starts going back where you originally had your pain. So that pain might intensify for about 2 or 3 days, but it's just called retracing. And then it starts sorting all that stuff out again. It's as your genes regenerate itself and your cardiovascular system becomes younger. It sorts you out now, you feel fantastic. And then when you start feeling fantastic, then it goes and works on your previous injury, and that you got used to it. Your body got used to the injury. So it compensated itself. and then it goes and it starts working. Then all of a sudden you think, these patches and that aren't working. But that's just called retracing. That's about 3-4 days. And once you get over that, then there is no pain, no nothing. You just continue living life. So
That's
just
so
bear
true.
that in mind. You're all going to find it.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's right. Anybody else with any that's been using the patches? Debbie, anything from your side, either for yourself or for one of your people that you've supplied?
Just for myself, Billy. Hello, how are you, everybody?
Thanks to you. Right.
I don't I was going to say unfortunately have any pain, but I'm fortunate that I don't have any. But on my side, I've been using them, but I've been getting a good sleep. So it's definitely been helping me sleeping. So yeah, that's been a good thing.
Okay, great. And any of your customers, Debbie?
I should just put the video on. Yes, my friend Eugenie, she's finding that her mood is, she also doesn't have too many pains. She's got a knee pain, same like Caro, and it's definitely got better. And her mood is a lot better. She said she just feels so much better in herself as that she can cope with things a lot better. She's a lot calmer. She can cope with things better.
That's awesome.
That's about the most. Yeah, other people are just going along. But those are the most important things. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Nadine, did you have anything else that you wanted to add on to that?
Nadia, or is there?
Sorry, Nadia. Sorry, I'm trying to read a few
No,
books
it's okay.
at the same time. My apologies.
Just very interestingly as well, and we just regret not having taken photos. It's my sister's, all the veins that were coming out on her foot, that were very pronounced, very blue and purple, at the base of her foot and going up her leg, which seems to be a bit genetic in our family. They have almost gone. They've sort of resettled back inside the skin. They're not exposed like they were. And that we saw the other day, and we really regret not having taken a before and after photo. But that was an incredible finding. So I just wanted to add that in. Yeah.
Made me have to look at my feet.
Thanks, Nadia. Okay, well, just one last one just from my side. I used to do quite a lot of dirt bike racing and motocross in South Africa, at Brickell and Syringa Spa and all that. And I had quite a bad accident where I hit a tree stump with my left leg, and it tore all my tendons and ligaments, and my left leg went shooting up sideways, and my boot just about hit my helmet. Anyway, so that was in major pain and I was limping since my early 20s. I just had a permanent limp, could never straighten my leg or bend it properly. And anyway, what happened was putting a patch on, within 1 day, the pain went away. I can bend it 100% now. I can straighten it about 90%, and I can go up and down stairs. So that sorted that out. And then also I went through a motorcar windscreen at 110 miles an hour when I was 14 years old. So my back was really graunched up. And I've been to many chiropractors over the years, hundreds. And I used to click it and get it back in for a couple of days, and then it was out again. Anyway, I put the patch on my back. The first day it was very stiff. Second day it was like in such extreme pain that I was sweating. My top lip was sweating. Third day I was stiff again. And anyway, after that now, and it's been about 4 or 5 months, absolutely 100%. Anyway, that's it. Blood sugar down, cholesterol down. What else was there? Yeah, that's it. And that's it. So it's just really, really working. And then I see it's getting very dark again.
Yeah.
Bill, you've been very coy at this moment in time, but a lot of people didn't know Bill comes from the south of Joburg, and when he used to have that limp, he won a lot of dancing competitions while walking across the dance floor.
Thanks,
You guys have known each other way too long. That's awesome. All right. Anything else? Do we want to finish
Well,
the second half, Bill?
yes, okay, guys, those of you that just joined in for the product and about LifeWave, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. Please get back to the person that invited you. And those of you that want to stay on for the business side of it, on the commission side, you're more than welcome to. But those of you that want to leave now, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And Vincent, over to you.
Awesome. Appreciate that. If everybody will remute your lines, because I'm very ADHD and it will distract me. Whoops, you need to make me a presenter again.
There you go, Vincent.
Got it. Cool. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Back onto here. Let me get rid of this. Oops. Okay, there we go. So welcome back, everybody. Like Bill said, if you are only interested in the product, I would recommend you stick around for this part because you never know. And I'm going to share with you why it's going to be important. But we're going to go over the business side. When you've got a product that's this good, you definitely have opportunity with it. And who doesn't need a little extra cash or a lot of extra cash? Because the reality is, once you share this product, once you start feeling the benefits, I mean, hearing those testimonies that we just heard, I mean, how would you not want to share it with other people? Hearing the testimonies that I hear all the time. I mean, I just posted one to my Facebook about a family with an autistic, nonverbal autistic child. Couldn't never swing, couldn't do puzzles, couldn't do a lot of stuff, and now is. I mean, that's life-changing for that family. People with MS, people with Parkinson's, people, and I want you to understand really quick, just because somebody else had that benefit does not guarantee that you are. Like Yanni said, that your body knows what to do with the stem cells. It's going to do what it thinks is important for your body. And I've heard it more than once. Oh, I'm not feeling any benefit in my knees. I don't think these people are getting benefit in their knees. Oh, you just don't know what's going on in your body. The body is using the stem cells, the regeneration of your cells for that area, and they'll get to the knee pain when it's time for your body. And everybody's different. I had another lady that she was just so focused on her knees. She had a knee surgery. She was going to schedule another knee surgery in her another knee. And she was so focused on her knee pain, she didn't even think, because the pain just wasn't residing. But then she looked up one day, it's like, and she's got the arthritis on her knuckles. Have you seen somebody with really crooked knuckles? And a lot of aches and pains in her hands. And she called me one day excited and saying, man, I cannot believe it. I didn't even realize the pain in my fingers is completely gone. I have no pain in my fingers. I can grip my coffee cup with one hand instead of two. And she was just ecstatic, but she was so focused on one thing, but her body was acting in a different way. So as this happens, how can you not share it with people? So why wouldn't you want to get benefit from that? So basically what happens is, if you share this product with other people, those people buy the product from the company just like you did. That creates volume for the company. The company's going to reward you based on volume. So it's not like you opening up a grocery store or a mom and pop little liquor store or a gas station selling, candies and cookies and stuff, and you're having to stock the shelves. Of course, you're welcome to do that, but everybody, we buy the product we want for us and our family, and the company then says that's volume created to the company, and then they pay us based on the volume of what we do. The problem, or it's not really a problem, but what happens is our company, every time you refer somebody to this product, you are going to place them in what's called your binary tree. Binary means two. So you're going to place them in your tree. And either you're going to physically do it or the computer's going to do it. But everybody that you refer to this company is going to go in a position underneath you in your tree. And right here, you see a depiction of it. We've got a left leg and a right leg. And so what happens, though, you've only got two spots right directly underneath you, as you see here. So if you refer two people, then the third person that you refer is going to have to, by design, go underneath the person on your left or the person on your right. The company's going to pay you based on volume, no matter who put the people there. It doesn't matter. Volume is volume. So everything from the time you join. So if you're looking at this for the first time, there is a thing called first mover advantage. The person that shared this with you is going to continue to share this product and opportunity with other people. Some people are going to get involved with this product for just the product, and they're going to share it with a couple of friends or family members. They're going to be at a barbecue or I don't remember what you call it in South Africa, but you get the point. They're going to have a friend over, an aunt. Somebody's going to complain about their knee pain, and they're going to say, oh, I found out about this product. You should try it. And those people are going to come in and they're going to want to buy the product from the company as well. And so volume is created. And then the next person you bring in is going to have to go underneath one of these people. And the people that brought you in have the same thing. This does not show you the people above the you. And everybody has a left leg and a right leg. So the company actually is going to pay you on volume. So the more people you share it with, the more money, that volume that's going to be created, the more people that they share it with, the more volume that's going to be created. You can earn up to 2,500 or 25,000 US dollars. You can figure out what it is in Rand, and that's quite a bit of money on just the volume side. Just the volume side. Last company I was with, I did quite well in that company. It limited you on $10,000 in the volume side. This one's $25,000 on the volume side. So you can see as you refer other people, the company is going to compensate you and reward you based on the volume of the people buying what they need for them and their families. So once you decide that you want to join LifeWave and you're going to get on this product, you're going to pick a pack that you want. That pack's going to have either, it comes in a, I don't know if you guys can see this because of my camera, but it comes in a sleeve. Each sleeve has 30 patches. So one sleeve will equal one person for a month. And then you can buy one sleeve, you can buy 3 sleeves, you can buy 5 sleeves, you can buy, I think there's 12 and a 19 pack. And you buy what fits you and your budget and what you want to do. The more you have, the more you're able to share with people. And it's really cheap and inexpensive and easy to sample to people. But the company gives, like Yenny said, the company gives you a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. So get on the product for 30 days, 29 days later. If it's not for you, you don't feel any benefit. What I tell everybody, if you're going to give it a 30-day trial, why not give it a big 30-day trial? So at least get a silver pack that comes with 3 sleeves. That's going to be a 30-day supply for you, a 30-day supply for your spouse, and then you give away the other 30-day supply to everybody around you that you know. Give it a good try. 29 days later, if nobody got a benefit, I know that's not going to happen, but if it did, you get your money back. It's going to save you time, energy, and money. So just give it a good try. It's going to maybe cost you a little bit more as opposed to buying one sleeve, but give it a try. Get a silver pack or a gold pack and just flood the market with everybody around. Bless the lives of other people so you can get testimonies and then see what happens. And then there's another part of the compensation plan. This is one of my favorite parts of it. So basically what the company said is if you refer other people to this company and they start sharing this product with other people, and those people start building a team also, and they start earning money on the volume side, the company's going to pay you on the people that you personally refer to LifeWave. They're going to pay you a 25% check match. So for instance, I referred Bill to LifeWave, and Bill, he goes out there, and if he makes $100 on the volume side of the product, on the people underneath him buying product, then the company's going to give me 25% of that. But it doesn't come out of Bill's $100. He gets all his money. It's an additional bonus. They're going to reward me. They're going to thank me for referring Bill because Bill's out there building a team and he's referring other people. So they want to thank me for bringing in somebody like Bill. And then they're going to give me 25% every time he earns any money on the volume side. If it's 1,000, there's going to be 250. You get the point. You can figure out 25%. It's really easy to figure out. The people that Bill bring in or the people that are on your level 7, you're going to get a 20% check match on them and a 20% check match on level 3 for them. So you're going to continue to earn check matches on people. And this does begin to build and grow to a very substantial part of your income. And it's unlimited. How they limit you on the volume side, you're not limited on the check match bonus side. So it's a very lucrative opportunity, but it really comes down to the fact of blessing the lives of other people. You have no idea what life benefit change you're going to give to people by sharing this. So another thing that's really important on a business part of this is having a system. Hey, Vincent, I've never been involved in a home-based business before. Matter of fact, I've shied away from them. I think it's just not for me, but this product is pretty cool. What do I do? How do I do this? How do I build this? I now have a vision of, can I make some good, decent money? Can I replace my money? Can I add to it to help with these offsets of the economy? And the answer is absolutely you can. I came from a carpenter. I was building houses for a living for 28 years. I was very shy. I'm not an outgoing person. My wife was a natural doctor. I'm not. I'm the beer pizza guy. And so for somebody like me, and I built a team of over 10,000 distributors in another company, over 8 different countries. We're making about $20,000 to $25,000 a month with that company. That's US dollars. And how did I do it? How did I become successful in that? Somebody that's very shy. And that was before the internet, before we had social media. Well, you have a system. There's a system in place that our company, our team called Quantum Field, they put into place basically a paint by number. Do this step 1. After you do step 1, do step 2, then do step 3, do step 4, and then do these steps together. And this is how you build having a roadmap from people that have made millions of dollars in this industry is a huge asset to you. Go through these steps. I've been through them all, and I've been in this industry for 30 years. I built some big teams and companies, and I built some average teams and companies. But you know what? I walked away from the industry 5 years ago, actually right around almost 6 years ago, walked away from the industry, swore I'd never do it again. Even though I'd done it for 30 years, I already was living off of 3 income sources, passive income sources from teams that I built in other companies. And I'm done. I'm ready to retire and kind of travel around the United States in a motorhome. But I was introduced to this product, and I just could not leave it be. I knew the benefits. I knew the fact that the company had a patent. I've been with other companies that are supplement companies. If you've ever been involved with network marketing, relationship marketing, MLM, multi-level marketing, whatever you call it, if you've ever been involved in this industry before, almost every company out there has supplements. Yes, this supplement has a better absorption rate. Yeah, this one's got better quality. This one's all organic. This one's all organic. But it's all the same thing. And you're spending your life, your career trying to convince people that this very expensive vitamin or supplement is better than the ones in the store. You and I know it is, but other people don't, and they don't feel anything. You take vitamin C, you don't feel anything. You just take it because you know you need to supplement your body because the food we eat has been depleted. The soil has been depleted from years and years of corporate cultivation and all the chemicals they're putting on there. So yes, we realize that, but it's such a struggle, a challenge to convince other people that it's worth the money to buy supplements. And every company out there has CBD. They all have weight loss. They all have supplements. They all have, skincare. Every company out there, they all have the same thing. This is the first company I've ever been a part of in 35 years in the industry that has a patented product. I've had other companies that you can't patent a acai berry, or you can't patent mangosteen or a supplement. You can patent the process. You can have a proprietary blend, but anybody can figure that out. We have a patent, and nobody else is able to do this for about 18 more years. Nobody else is in the stem cell industry. You know what will happen is people will try to get involved in this industry, but it's not even come close to what we have of having your own body do it. And we're the first to market on the stem cell, and the home-based business industry is always a benefit. Being the first to market. So go out there, you can build a very sizable income for you and your family. And now with social media, with the internet, and with our game plan there with build331.com, now you can build an international. Here I am in California, United States. Bill is in Canada. You guys are, I've got Greg on here. He's from Nevada and United States. And we've got people all over South Africa, and who knows where else some of you are. I know we've got people in the UK. I got people in Brazil. So you can build a global international. Think about this for a second. If you're thinking about the business, it's nighttime where you guys are. It's morning here. It's what time is it? It's 9:48 in the morning here. And so when you guys go to bed, if you had people in the United States that you referred to this company, and they're getting up, they're waking up to build their business, and their day is starting, yours is ending, you're going to bed. And so you have the ability to make money 24 hours a day. When I go to bed, you guys are waking up and you're out there talking to your friends and family and building your business, and I'm sleeping. And you have the ability to build. With the internet, the world is so small. It's not that big anymore. And social media. So you actually absolutely have a huge opportunity with a product that's patented. Gives people benefits. Like Annie said, I mean, if you don't believe it, try for 14 days and get off it and see how you feel. Or give it time. Everybody's different. I just think about the lady, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name right now, but what was it, a month in and actually felt worse, but now her fibromyalgia has receded and she feels so much better. Oh, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for sticking with it. Thank you so much, because so many people, it took me 2 weeks. If I'd have given it 3 days, I wouldn't be here today. I said, oh, well, there's no value in this. And now it's a huge part of my income. And like I said, I have 3 incomes, all passive residual income from building teams. So if you've never been successful in this type of industry, or you've tried them before, I'm telling you right now, you're at the right place at the right time with the right product and the right people to help you to get there. This is your time to shine. This is your time to make it up. It's time now to make your move. Are you serious about your dreams? Do you have any other options? Do you want to be pain-free and financially free? If you tried this before and you're just like, I'm being completely transparent. When Michael, my sponsor, when he shared this with me, the thing that took me the longest, it took me 3 weeks. There was a lot of people that came in that would have come in and been put in my business, but instead, because I took 3 weeks, I am now in their business. First mover advantage. Remember, I talked about it. You got 2 legs. So if I'd have made a decision to join in the beginning and then figured out, but the problem with me is I walked away from the industry. I was already recruiting for a real estate company, and I walked away from the industry, swore I'd never do it again. So I had to be honest with myself. Am I willing to do this again? And I'm telling you right now, you need to make a decision for you and your family. Are you willing to do it again if you've done this before? If you haven't done it before, you don't have all the baggage that everybody else has. Just jump in and start sharing it with as many people, because it is a numbers game. The more people you share it with, the more people you're going to get on the product. And even then, the more people get on the product, there's some people that are what I call them secret agent man. They're the person that's involved with the company. They're getting the benefits, but they're just secret about it. They won't share it with other people. That's fine. But some people, like myself, like Bill, like other people, they're going to go out there and see this as an opportunity. They're going to go out there and share it with other people, and their blessing other people is going to bless you and your family. So just figure it. We got a patent. We got a product that gives results. If you don't believe it, then share it with as many people as you can, and see what happens. See what happens. See what kind of testimonies you get from people. And so if you've done it before, then believe in yourself one more time. Go through the steps, put the baggage away. Don't carry your baggage into this chapter of your life. That's last chapter's baggage. It's time for you to put that baggage away and start carrying new baggage that you're going to create a good baggage. And this baggage is going to take you, you're packing into a plane, and you're going to go to some faraway tropical location. You're going to be able to spend time with your kids, with your family, because I promise you, this product, this opportunity is the best I've ever seen in my 30 years in this industry. Absolutely, bar none. So I hope this helps somebody. I think that's the last slide. Yes, it is. So I'm going to pass it back over to you, Bill Campbell.
Right. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you very much. Guys, are there any questions? But I just want to jump into something quickly, just on the commission sides of this. Obviously, I think it's 4 different ways to earn commission. I'm not a friendly. This is Vincent's wheelhouse, but I'll try and explain it as best I can. On the one side, you have you can earn up to $25,000 a month, a week. Sorry, so it's $100,000 a month, which works out to about 1.8 million rands a month. That's on the one pillar. The second pillar I want to share with you now Let me just get this. I'm going to share my screen with you. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. Please, this is not a LifeWave calculator. It's just an income calculator that we had made up just to help understand it more, because I couldn't understand it. So I thought, let me get this thing made up. That I will just go through this. Right, so here's the calculator. And this is on the second pillar. So these are all assumptions, and we're keeping it very, very conservative. So let's just say, for instance, you're in already and you introduce 4 people on your first level. Let's just say 2 on the left, 2 on the right, either silver and above or gold and above. That's even better. So you only introduce 4 people. Those 4 people introduce 2 people each, okay? So 4 twos are 8. So now you've got 4 on your first level. You've got 8 on your second level. And then those 8 introduce another 2 people each. So 2 times 8 is 16. So you've got 4, 8, and 16. That's it. We're not even going to go further because they pay out those first 3 levels, okay? Now we have to assume this. You can change all these figures on the calculator to whatever figures you want. But keep it conservative. That's 4, 2, and 2. And let's just assume that they average. Some are going to be higher, some are going to be less, but just to say an average of $1,000 each per month. Okay. Now this is it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not overnight. It might take a few months, whatever. Then you click calculate. And what you get, okay, at the moment the exchange rate is 18 to 1. So I'm going to put that in there. You click calculate. Right. So if you only introduced 4, those 4 introduce 2 each, and those 2 introduce another 2 each, okay? That means that you would earn a total of $5,800 a month on your second pillar. Never mind about the first pillar that's already earning. Or that would work out to just over 100,000 rands a month on the second pillar. And you can change these figures. If you had to up that to, let's say, 6, and let's just say you did it at 4, and they did it at 4, and we even left it at $1,000 a month. I mean, you can see the figures are like pretty high now. You get to $25,000 a month and about 450,000 rands a month. It is doable, but it's not overnight. It is going to take some time. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, sorry, I know you're all shouting at once, so I can't hear. Sorry.
No, thanks, Bill.
Okay. Okay, guys, that's it. It's simple. You can do it on your spreadsheet. You can do it on your calculator. Just work it out. That's how simple and how easy it is. Okay, but as I say, it will take a period of time. It's up to you. Some people it might take a week or 2. Others it might take a year or 2. Vincent, I don't know if you've got anything more from your side or anybody else.
Just that it's definitely worth it, and anybody can. I went from shy and very insecure, and when I started this industry years ago, I used to take and my goal was just to learn how to say hello to strangers. I was the type of person that would sit by myself and stand by myself. I didn't like talking to people I didn't know. If I was standing in line at the grocery store and you said hello to me, the first thing I would say is, "What do you want? Leave me alone." And it just felt uncomfortable for me. And so I had to force myself to train myself. Why? Because I wanted the results. I built houses for a living. I knew that if I did not build a house, I did not get paid. I had 4 boys. We raised 4 boys, and now I have 6 grandchildren. And if I did not go out there and build something else, if I ever got hurt or whatever, I've been an entrepreneur, self-employed my whole life. And so if something happened to me, my wife was not a general contractor. She couldn't build houses. And so I wanted the results. And I finally learned that it's a numbers game. The more people I talked to, the more people enjoyed the product, the more people would be interested, the more people that join, the more people that would build a little business. And the more people that build a little business, I'd find 1 or 2 or three that would build a big business. So I was just looking for one or two people like me. And so I forced myself to go out every day, and I put, little golf tees, like you put if you're golfing, you put your ball on. So I put 3 of those golf tees in my left pocket. And every time I said hello to somebody, I would take a golf tee and take it from my left pocket and put it in my right pocket. So I knew when I got home whether I was a success or a failure. And I realized that failure or quitting and giving up was a habit, just like success is. But I created this habit of not completing it. And I would come home at first and I'd have one golf tee in my right pocket. And all I did was say hello, just hello to a stranger. That's all. Not even have a conversation. Just hello was like getting a needle in your arm and getting an injection or something. It was horrible for me and painful. But I did, and then I realized that I would make a decision, but I did not make a commitment. I made a decision to talk to the one person a day, say hello, but I didn't make a commitment. So finally I made a commitment. And if I didn't get all 3 golf tees in the other pocket, I would go run to the nearest local grocery store, the gas station on the corner, and say hello to somebody, the person behind the counter. And then, all right, I did it. I made a success. And then I progressed into hello, how are you? And I say hello, how are you to 3 people, and then go to 5 people a day, and then hello, how are you? What do you do? Or I just create this conversation. You might think that's silly. No, that's where I started. That's my story. That's where I started. It's honest and truth. That's where I started. I had golf tees. I tried using quarters, but that was before we had debit card, and I ended up going home and I didn't have any quarters because I spent them. And so I had used golf tees, so I couldn't spend the golf tees. And through that progression, then I realized that it's a numbers game. And once I got out of my head, whether people joined or liked what I said or not, it didn't matter, because the next person was possible. I like fishing. Maybe you don't, but I could go fishing all day and never catch anything. Why? Because I never know when I'm going to catch a big fish. And so with this opportunity, I learned to pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts a lifetime. And so I was able to channel my work ethic to something that was painful for me, but it became second nature to me. And now I've built big teams in this space, and coming from where I went. It took me 30 years. You've got a lot more talent and ability than I do. So it's going to take you a lot less time. But I promise you, no matter how much time it is, and I don't know what price you're going to have to pay, but I promise you that it's going to be worth it. And you can succeed at whatever level you have, or whatever level that you choose to. And it's going to be worth the struggle. I appreciate it. That's it, Bill.
Great. Thank you, Vincent. Okay, guys, are there any questions, or can we call it a night?
All good from me. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, there is a question. Bjorn's missus. I keep forgetting your name there. Sorry, love. You want to ask Vincent something last week, and we were already off?
Oh, yes, yeah. Sorry, it's Joe.
Joe,
Hey there.
Sorry about that, Joe.
Yanni.
Yes, love.
It's 2 letters. It's easy to remember, Joe.
I'll remember it now.
Just remember,
You know what comes after Joe, Nick?
We'll give him 3 letters, but 2 he can remember.
Think of Mojo.
just think of the lioness from last week.
Okay, have a go with me. It's fine.
No, I asked, it's Vincent, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I asked Vincent a couple of weeks ago that when it came to people saying this is network marketing, he used a phrase that I really liked. He said something about, he refers to it as the friendship something.
I call it relationship marketing.
There we go. Oh, thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to remember.
Because basically all we're doing is relationship sharing with people. And some people have a negative condensation of it. And
Yeah.
I don't get it very much anymore, but I flip it around to them and I say, well, look, you where you live, you have a government, and the president or whoever's the head of the government, and then you got the cabinet, and then you got all the worker bees down there, or the corporation that you work with. And I say, where do you work? Oh, I work here. And or they own their own business. Say, okay, do you have employees? Yeah. So you're the king, and then everybody underneath you is the pyramid. And the only difference is this is turned around. This is upside down. So anybody you bring in can make more money than you.
Yeah.
And so I just, a corporation where you work, that is a pyramid, because you can't be the CEO, you can't be the president of your country. You can't, I mean, you could, but you're going to have to oust somebody to get that spot, probably quite a few people. And so having a relationship marketing gives you the ability to just go out there and love on people, be relatable to people, and people will join.
Yeah. Okay, super. Makes perfect
Awesome,
sense.
Joe. You bet. Thank you.
Yeah,
I see Robert's got his hand up.
Yeah, sorry, there's one question there. What is the cost of the packages from France?
From France?
Yeah. No, that's his name. Sorry, Vincent.
Okay. I'm like, I have no idea. Yeah, I guess it would be up to you guys, because I don't know what they are in Rand.
Okay. Well,
$100 in US dollars.
Yeah, so you can just work out 18 to 1, $100 for a pack of 30 with 30 patches in it.
Yeah, you're roughly looking at, also all depends which package you go in on, whether you go diamond, bronze, or whatever. But you're generally looking about roughly South African rands about 2250. That includes your tax and your shipping costs per 30-day supply, which is one sleeve. So you can easily go about 2250. Unless, as I said, you go buy a gold package or something, then it could come down to maybe 1.6.
Okay. And is that any patch?
No. The X39 and X49, you'll roughly look about 2250, which we suggest you start with. Okay. But if you look at the carnosine or the glutathione and that, you'll most probably then start off at 1.6.
Okay. Now, earlier, I think Bill or somebody said that the silver pack comes with 3 sleeves.
Correct.
Yes.
And how much are you looking at for that?
Well, no, that per sleeve then will work out 2250 for the X39.
Per sleeve?
Yeah. So if you go and you buy the gold package, or maybe say the diamond, then that price will reduce per sleeve.
And how many sleeves would you get in like the gold, or so also
gold,
3?
I don't have it. I think the gold is 5 sleeves, if I'm not mistaken.
5.5 sleeves.
Oh, 5.5, yeah.
Yeah, so you get one sleeve of the other one.
Yeah, so basically, just in a nutshell, if you go, say, from silver up to diamond, you get silver, you get bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. But the further up you go, obviously it becomes more expensive for the whole package, but each patch works out cheaper. And your commissions are actually, you earn more commissions. So the ultimate is going to the diamond, like what Vincent and I went on to, because it's a business package. You get it at the cheapest possible price with the most amount of commissions earned, okay? But you can always upgrade as you go along.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So that's...
Okay, how many levels are there? When you're talking gold, silver, bronze?
Well, there's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. So it's 5.
5, okay. All right. Super.
But I wouldn't, what I would look at is definitely, say, the silver. If you go from bronze to silver, you're paying $100 for one sleeve. That's 30 patches, okay? Silver, you're paying $300, okay, but you're getting 3 sleeves. Well, sorry, on a bronze, you're paying 150, am I right?
Yeah.
So you're actually getting, you're paying for 2, but you're getting 3, or you're getting roughly a 30% discount. So the silver is definitely at the minimum to start, and then work up from there if you want to.
Okay, so you recommend starting at silver?
I would recommend, but whatever you're comfortable with. But speak to, I think Yanni invited you. Have a chat.
I always recommend people just silver or above, and the reason why silver is because it's a 30-day money back guarantee. So let's just give it a really good try for people that are they're not sure, and so you got a sleeve for your spouse and yourself, and then you can take the other sleeve and just, you know, who around you. A lot of people, they may live near their parents, or they have neighbors or friends that they know that have issues, and just give 4 or 5 sleeves away to as many people as you can, and really give it a try and see what happens. And if 29 days, and I tell this to everybody, if 29 days later you're not happy and the other people, nobody else is happy, and I've never had anybody, and since I've been involved here, I've not had one person return their product, not one. But in 29 days later, if it's not for them, then just call the company or call me, and I'll help you with it. And they'll give you 100% of your money back, even on the product that you gave away. They don't want it back. They don't want what's left over. I don't care what you did with it. Flush it down the toilet. They don't care. They have less than 1% of the people want their money back. That's how much they believe in this product.
But obviously, when you're busy marketing the product to a potential customer, you're going to say to them, obviously, in your whole, that, you know, that like anything, it takes more than a couple of days, and they just need to give it a real try.
Yes. And if I give somebody samples, I always tell them, look, you're probably not going to notice anything. I know that some people do, but I'm going to set them up for an expectation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell them, look, you probably won't notice anything. I've shared this with a lot of people that have, but reality is you didn't get your body in this situation overnight. It's not going to heal overnight. You might, but realistically, you need to give it at least a 20 to 30 day. Some people take longer, but at least that. And that's when I go into the fact that the company gives you 100% money back guarantee, and you've got really nothing to lose. And I honestly, I don't give away as many samples now as I used to, because I just focus on that. What have you got to lose? I got a guy called me yesterday. I get calls probably every day from people calling and texting that wanting to know, what am I talking about? Because I post on Facebook, but I don't post anything about LifeWave or X39. I just post testimonies about, and I change, if it's a written testimony, I change the words from LifeWave X39. I change it to stem cell activation. So I'm creating curiosity. And so people text me or call me or message me, hey, what is this stem cell thing? I'd really like to try it. And I get that all the time. And a lot of times I do send out samples to people. I sent some out just the other day, but they're under the expectation that I need to get on this for 30 days. This is just going to get me an idea of what it's about. And it really does, you know, open up opportunity. Yeah.
But when you give samples, I mean, how many days worth are they getting?
I only give them 3 to 4. I give them 3 to 4.
I'm like, what's the point then? Because it's going to take more than 3 or 4 days.
Exactly. So what it does is I'm not going to give them. So if I was talking to you, and you and I'm going to ask you, do you have a spouse that lives with you? Do you have a mom or a dad that lives near you that has issues? And I'm going to give you 3 for everybody. Okay. So what happens a lot of times is I wouldn't say it's selfish, but they use all the patches for themselves. I've had it multiple times. Mom gave me hers, but other people, like the one I sent out the other day, I gave her some. She's not married, but her mom is in her probably mid 70s. And so I sent her, she was a good friend of mine. I sent her 4 and I sent mom 4. So 5 is the most I send per person, because the company is going to give 100% money back guarantee. I don't necessarily want to give them enough to feel anything. I want to give them enough to try it so they buy it for 30 days. That's the magic number. It's not 3 days or 5 days or 10 days. Now I'm giving them 10 patches and they don't notice anything. I may give 10, but it's for 4 people. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving 3 each, and I let them know, here's 3 for you, here's 3 for your spouse, and here's 3 for mom and dad. And that's the way I do it, because I know out of those 4 people or those 3 people, I'm going to have a better chance of somebody feeling something if I just give one person ability to try it. So it's a bigger expense, but a better reward, reward on the other end as well.
Okay. I get it. Thanks.
Makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, Bill, maybe we should plan I don't know if how many people are in your LifeWave team that have been involved in a relationship marketing business before, or maybe they're new, or maybe they're not. maybe we should schedule and it's up to you guys. I'll do whatever you guys need, but we could do it like a training on how I built and give you some ideas of ways to build things to say. And
Well, that
stuff
would
like
be
that.
very
If
helpful.
it's valuable to you guys, I would definitely schedule that anytime you want it. If one person shows up, then that's fine. If other people show up, then that's fine too. If somebody needs it, then I'm there for you.
Sounds good.
They did suggest that, Vincent, that maybe we should do it straight after, you know, a Wednesday call like this. You know, we those that are already in the business and started, you know, can go into it that way.
Okay, so the best thing that I would say to do it is let's cut the because we're almost an hour into it now. Let's tell everybody. So next week, let's tell everybody. So otherwise, it's going to draw out for 2 hours, 3 hours. So just to respect people's time, this is going to be a quick presentation. Then we're going to go into a training. So anybody who wants to stick around for the training or show up for the training, we'll do 2 different recordings. We'll stop the recording, and then I think you can start it again, maybe, or maybe I can cut it on my software. And so the people just get the training part, and we'll just do a quick presentation and then do a longer training. But I'm down with that.
Yeah, what we'll even do, what's even better, get out of this Zoom and get back into another one again.
Yeah, if that probably would be even better. Is get out of it and get back in. That way you have 2 different recordings.